Start the recording. Ah, okay, we're back. I got some water. We're gonna continue reading how to play because I want to play. And where we last left off was learning about different legacy tracks, if I recall correctly. Where were we? Right, we were talking about the condition meters. Along the right side of your character sheet are three. Health is your overall physical condition. Stamina, and just spirit. Spirit is like mental health, right? And then there's supply, overall ammo, food, whatnot. Supplies rank from 0 to 5. Increase when you make a sacrifice. A decrease when you make a sacrifice resource move. Supply and allies. If you are playing with others, supply. Yeah. Asset condition meters. Your starship and other vehicles have integrity meter. Yeah. We read about this. Action rolls. Some moves prompt you to make an action roll using the value condition. Yeah, and it will replace your add unless if it says otherwise. Yeah. Impacts. I think we stop at impacts then. As you suffer hardships and setbacks in your quest, you may need to mark impacts. These represent temporary, long-term, and permanent disadvantages. Moves will tell you when to make an impact or may give you a choice. Some impacts can be cleared by taking the time to recover. Others will forever become a part of your character. There are several categories of impacts: misfortunes, vehicle troubles, burdens, and lasting effects. There's a lot. I see a lot down here. Maybe I should move myself over here. Oh. Misfortunes, vehicle troubles, and burdens. Oh yeah, because they're like down here. Like down here. Permanent, doomed. Impacts have a mechanical effect by reducing your maximum momentum. Each marked impact reduces your max momentum, normally 10. Impacts have a mechanical effect by reducing your max momentum. Each marked impact reduces your max momentum, normally 10. Normally 10 by 1. For example, if you have 3 marked impacts, your maximum momentum is 7. Oh, okay. So most impacts, or I guess all impacts, just reduce your maximum momentum. Impacts also reduce your momentum reset. If you have 1 marked impact, your momentum reset is +1 instead of +2. If you have more than 1 marked impact, your momentum is reset to 0 instead of +2. Damn. So it will reduce my maximum momentum and my reset? For any impact? Misfortunes. Wounded may be marked when you are at 0 health and fail to endure harm. Endure harm. When you face physical injury, fatigue, or illness, suffer -1 health for minor harm, -2 for serious harm. Oh, and you fail to. It's worse than you thought. Suffer an additional -1 health or lose momentum. If your health is 0, you must mark wounded or permanently harmed. Or roll on the table below. Oh, roll. Shaken. May be marked when you are at 0 spirit and fail to endure stress. You are despairing or distraught. Unprepared is marked when you sacrifice resources and are reduced to 0 supply. Wait. Oh, okay. So wounded, if you're at 0 and fail. Severely wounded. Shaken, maybe mark at 0. So like mentally we are just in shambles. And you fail to endure stress. Unprepared is marked when you suck. Oh, okay, so health, spirit, and resource. You're reduced to 0 supply. You are not properly equipped for the dangers of the forge because you and your allies share the same supply value. You are marked unprepared together. Wouldn't unprepared also, like, add to my health going down? As will all impacts, misfortunes affect your max momentum and momentum reset. In addition, if you are wounded, shaken, or unprepared, you cannot increase the associated condition meter. If you are wounded, you cannot increase health. If you are shaken, you cannot increase spirit. If you are unprepared, you cannot increase supply. So, I guess that makes sense. So if we're wounded, we can't, can't heal. You're wounded, you cannot increase. Yeah. If a move gives you an opportunity to raise your health, spirit, or supply while the associated misfortune is marked, you can't take that option. You must clear the impact before improving the related condition meter. Wounded, shaken, and unprepared can be cleared when you succeed in an appropriate recover move. For example, scoring a hit on the heal move can clear the wounded impact. Once you clear the misfortune, you restore your max momentum and momentum reset, and you can once again increase the associated meter through moves. But only if we get a hit? Or just any hit? Oh yeah, okay. On a strong hit, the care is helpful if you or the ally under your care are wounded. Clear the impact and take or give +2 health. Otherwise, take okay. On a weak hit as above, but recovery costs extra time or resources. Choose one. Lose momentum or sacrifice resources. Damn. It's really just a strong hit. It says clear the impact. Oh, as above, but the recovery costs. Ah. Once you clear the misfortune, you can restore your maximum momentum and once you clear the misfortune, you can restore your max momentum and momentum reset. And you can once again increase the associated meter through moves. Got it. Vehicle troubles. Current vehicle down here. Battered may be marked when your vehicle is at 0 integrity and you fail to withstand damage. The vehicle is barely holding together. Cursed may be marked when your command vehicle starship asset is at 0 integrity and you fail to withstand damage. Wait, is that not the same? This is a permanent impact. Your ship will never be quite right again. May be marked when your command vehicle. Like your straight up your starship in general, not like a hovercraft or something. Starship asset is at 0 integrity. This integrity meter from 5 to 0. Better than cursed. What makes a cursed? How does it get to cursed? Oh, jeez. Vehicle troubles are linked to a specific vehicle, either your command vehicle asset or a support vehicle asset. These impacts are only a factor when you are piloting or aboard that vehicle. Otherwise, they do not count as an impact and do not affect your maximum momentum and momentum reset. Okay. They only affect the current vehicle that I am using. Bad can be overcome when you successfully repair that vehicle and clear the trouble. Until you do so, you cannot raise the vehicle's integrity. Curse is a permanent impact and will forever plague your starship. Damn. To learn more about vehicle assets, see page 54. To learn more about vehicles in general, 65. If playing with allies, vehicle trouble affects anyone on the vehicle. Burdens. Doomed, tormented, and indebted. Doomed is marked when you face death and return from death's door with a soul-bound quest. Huh? When you encounter a situation where death is an immediate and unavoidable outcome, you are dead. When you are instead brought to the brink of death with a chance for recovery or redemption. Roll heart. Oh, roll plus your health? Plus your heart? Oh, plus heart. Heart is your, it's your stat. Never mind. Not health. Health spirit supply is like, that's like, that's conditions. On a strong hit, you are cast back into the mortal world. On a weak hit, choose one. You die, but not before making a noble sacrifice. Envision your final moments. There is more to be done. Envision what is revealed or ask of you at death's door and swear an iron vow to complete an extreme quest. You return to the mortal world and you must mark doomed when you complete the death-bound quest. Clear the impact. On miss, you are dead. Damn. Make this move when prompted by another move, such as endure harm or withstand damage. When you face a physical trauma so dire that death, or a strong chance of death, is most likely a dramatic outcome. If the current situation means certain death for your character, make this move as an automatic miss. You are dead. There is a chance to return from the brink. You should instead make an action roll. On a strong hit, you are alive. Consider what happens next. Okay, well, here's an example. You take a hit in a gunfight, fail to endure harm with your health at 0, and trigger the face death move. You envision slumping behind cover, one hand clutching your injury. Your heartbeat fades. Blackness fills your vision. You make the roll. A strong hit. A moment later, adrenaline surges, and you are grasping for breath. Wow. On a weak hit, make a choice. Is this a final heroic sacrifice, or are you driven to accept a quest at the boundary of life and death? If you take the quest, envision how the nature of the vow is revealed through a personal epiphany or strange visitation. Then swear an iron vow and mark the doomed impact. This impact can only be cleared if you successfully fulfill your vow on the quest. Damn. What would the vow be? Burdens are a result of life-changing experiences that leave you bound to new vows. While you are doomed, tormented, or deaded, you should, Oh, wait. I totally missed this part. Tormented is marked when you face a desolation, gain visions of a distressing future, and undertake a quest to prevent that dire fate. Is that the same as face death? When you are brought to the brink of desolation, roll plus heart, strong hit, you resist and press on. Choose what? Your spirit breaks, but not before you make a noble Oh, like literally, your mind is just breaking. You see a vision of a dread event coming to pass, envision that dark future and swear an iron vow to prevent it through an extreme quest. And indebted would be like supply. Indebted is marked when you overcome destruction to replace what was lost and repay the debt. You will take on a duty-bound quest. When your command vehicle is destroyed or irrevocably lost, you must discard the asset along with any modules on dock support vehicles. If you survive, you may use your connections to replace some of what was lost. To learn the cost, roll the challenge dice and compare to the progress on the bond's legacy track. On a strong hit, you may call in a favor. This comes without conditions. On a weak hit, you owe someone. You must mark indebted and swear an iron vow to complete an extreme quest into service. On a miss, as with a weak hit result, but this quest is against your nature, forces you to forsake your vow on another quest, or is in the service of an enemy. What? Damn. If you accept the cost, take 1 experience for every marked ability on discard assets. Minimum 3 experience. Spend this XP only on a new command vehicle, modules, and support vehicles. Every marked ability on the discard asset, huh? Burdens are a result of life-changing experiences that leave you bound to new vows. Clearing a burden can only be accomplished by resolving the quest. While you are doomed, tormented, or indebted, you should envision the physical and emotional manifestations of these impacts. You have seen what lies beyond death, suffered visions of your greatest fears, or barely escaped the destruction of your prized starship. How do these events change you? What will you do to set things right? Lasting effects. Permanently harmed may be marked when you are at 0 health and fail to endure harm. You have suffered a wound that you must reckon with, such as loss of an eye or hand, or you bear physical scars that are a constant reminder of a harrowing incident. So like these are straight up permanent. So everything is not, the only permanent stuff is the lasting effects, huh? I mean, I guess they're all kind of permanent until you fix it, except for the lasting effects. Traumatized. Maybe marked when you are at 0 spirit and fail to endure stress. Your experiences have left you emotionally and mentally scarred. Well, hold up. You become shaken or just... On a miss, it's worse than you thought. Suffer an additional -1 spirit or lose momentum. If your spirit is at 0, you must also mark shaken or traumatized or roll. Oh, okay. You are overwhelmed, face desolation. You give up, forsake your vow. You give in to fear or compulsion and act against your better instincts. You persevere. Okay. If you're not shaken. I'm sure there's like other cards that can get you shaken and wounded and whatnot. Lasting effects are permanent. They forever impact your character through the momentum adjustment. And more importantly, the narrative impact of being permanently harmed or traumatized. You should factor this impact into how you perform moves and how you interact with this world. Envision the nature of the lasting effect. You may have physical, emotional, or mental factors you must take into account. Your outlook may change, your goals and methods may change, how others behave towards you may change. Oh my god, what happened to your arm? Marking impacts. The marking impact feeling inappropriate. It cannot be marked again unless it is cleared. If a move gives you a chance to choose an impact in place of a harsher outcome, you cannot take that option if it is already marked. Wait, if a move gives you a chance to choose an impact in place of a harsher... Oh, I see. So... if a move gives you a chance to choose an impact in place of a harsher outcome, you cannot take that option if it was already... Oh, okay, if it's already marked. Makes sense. Well, I can only be harmed once? Tracking vehicle impacts. Battered or cursed might apply to multiple vehicles, but are only relevant when you are aboard a vehicle with an impact, including a support vehicle managed by an ally. If a vehicle is battered or cursed, mark that impact on the asset card. Oh, on the card. When you go aboard, mark it on your character sheet under vehicle troubles as a reminder. I see. Okay, so just to like remind you, but on the actual card you would match. you would mark if it's bad or cursed. Adjustment momentum. Once you mark an impact, adjust your max momentum and momentum reset as detailed on page 37. You have one impact marked. Yeah. For every impact, you freaking lose your max and you lose your reset. You have more than one impact marked. Your momentum is reset to 0. Your momentum reset is 0. Certain assets offer abilities at the cost of accounting as an impact for your character. For example, the Oathbreaker asset strengthens your resolve as you pursue a quest of redemption, but counts as an impact until you fulfill that vow. You can mark these in the other impact section of your character sheet and contribute as other. Oathbreaker asset strengthens your resolve as you pursue a quest redemption, but counts as an impact until you fulfill that vow. Oh, I see. Okay. Assets are key components of your character. They represent your background, skills, traits, companions, and resources. They have abilities that give you additional options and bonuses when you make a move, or sometimes act as their own contained moves. When you create your character, page 100, you select your starting assets as you fill boxes on your legacy track to earn XP. This XP is spent on new Starforged assets are formatted as printable or reprinted cards. Put them alongside your character sheet for easy reference. I mean, we don't have them on here on this site. It would be nice to actually have the cards though. I'll have to look it up. Because having the cards would be pretty cool. Just to like have on the side. This is the asset type path. There's a name of asset name in this rulebook. Asset names are shown in all caps. Assets include a default ability represented by the filled-in marker. You spend XP to acquire new abilities. When you purchase an upgrade, fill in the marker to show that you have an ability. Oh, so like the healer at first does. When you give medical care to heal yourself or another character, add +1. If you're treating someone other than yourself, take 1 spirit or 1 momentum on a hit. On a hit? Oh, I see. When you gather information by studying medical evidence or biological remains, add +1 and take momentum on a hit. On a strong hit with a match, you also reveal an unexpected medical anomaly. Okay. Some asset abilities apply to a variety of moves. This is usually phrased as, when you make a move to blank. However, this flexibility does not include progress moves. Unless an asset specifically defines a benefit for a progress move, you cannot use an ability to make when making a progress roll. Oh yeah, for progress? I see. Asset types. There are 6 types of assets: command vehicle, modules, support vehicles, companions, and deeds. Yeah, alright. We can read that. I was gonna... If it... I don't think it would show us every asset, but it's good to know. Assets are key component. Oh wait, we read that. There are 6 types of assets. Command vehicle, support. Command vehicle. The command vehicle is your interstellar starship. It is a default asset for your character. What? Command vehicle is your interstellar starship. It is a default asset for your character, taken when you begin your campaign. If you are playing with others, it is a shared asset. Each of you may use the starship's abilities while aboard the craft. The command vehicle has an integrity meter and starts at 5 integrity. When your starship takes a hit, make the withstand damage move to see what happens. The armed multi-purpose starship is suited for interstellar and atmospheric flight. It can comfortably transport several people, has space for cargo where? Enough for car? You can carry and launch support vehicles. When you advance, you may spend XP to equip this vehicle with module assets. Advance means leveling, right? When you finish an expedition, yeah. Modules are linked to your starship and offer additional options and advantages when aboard that vehicle. These assets are earned and managed by a single character. They can be shared with allies, but only if it's practical for them to make use of it. Not everyone may know how to use a research lab. They can be shared with allies, but only if it's practical for them to make use of it. Fair. Like if you're a frickin' tank, soldier, guns blazing type of person, I doubt you'd know how to use a frickin' research lab. When you use your lab to secure an advantage or gather information through careful analysis or experimentation, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. Support vehicles. Support vehicles complement your command vehicle for planet-side or short-range operations. If you are playing with others, one of you might serve as pilot or owner of the support vehicle, but anyone on board can use its abilities as appropriate to the situation. As with the command vehicle, the support vehicles have integrity meters. The maximum integrity varies based on the type of vehicle. When a support vehicle faces a damaging situation or environment, you must withstand damage to see how it fares. This is a shuttle. Unarmed shuttle provides short-range transport for several people and equipment. You travel to a location, yeah, okay. And there's paths. Paths are your background, interests, skills, training, powers, and key equipment. They provide mechanical and narrative advantages, but also reflect who you are and how you interact with the world. When you create your character in the next chapter, you'll select at least 2 paths to get started. Some paths represent your skill with a signature weapon, style, or piece of equipment. If you see a requirement at the top of the asset card, such as if you wield a bladed weapon, the asset is only usable when taking action using that item. When you gather information resupply by scavenging wreck, ruin, or abandoned site, add +1, take +1 momentum on a hit. On a strong hit with a match, you also find something unique, value, significance, or function. Envision the nature of this discovery. Take +2 and mark 2 ticks on your discovery's legacy track. Companions. Companions are NPC helpers. When you gain a companion, give them a name and envision their look and personality. Companions utilize a health meter and can be reduced if an outcome puts them in harm's way. When your companion faces harm, make the companion takes a hit move. When their health is at 0, they are in danger of being killed or destroyed. I'm curious. I want to see that move. When your companion faces physical hardship, if their health is at 0, or choose to test their resilience, roll plus your companion's health. On a strong hit, your companion rallies, gives them +1 health. Weak hit, if your companion's health is not 0, you may lose 1 momentum. Wow. And give them 1 health, otherwise they press on. What if I'm at 0 momentum? I think you can go into negatives, right? So... Oh, it's something about using... Oh, wait, right. If I roll... If I'm at like -3, and if I roll a 3, if my action is a 3, then it cancels it out or something, right? On a miss, it's worse than you thought. They suffer an additional -1 health or you lose momentum -2. If your companion's health is 0, they're out of action until given aid. If their health is 0 and you roll a miss with a match on this move, they are dead or destroyed. Discard the asset. Damn. Brutal. The Glowcat companion perceives the inner emotions and intentions of people and creatures in its vicinity and embodies those impressions through colors and intensity of its luminescent fur. When you secure an advantage by studying the Glowcat's reaction, a charged interaction, add +1 health. Oh, add plus its health. I see. Wait, what's the advantage again? I feel like I saw that. Page 58. When you assess the situation, make preparations, or attempt to gain leverage. I see, okay. Secure an advantage. You hope to secure the aid of a mercenary guild in war against a powerful horde of raiders, and have gained audience with them with a guild leader. In an attempt to start the meeting on good terms, you secure an advantage by praising their exploits in battle. On a miss, you fail or your assumptions betray you, pay the price. Oh god. Okay. Deeds. Deeds represent a notable achievement and situations of your story, and how those events change your character. Deeds have a requirement listed at the top of the card phrased as once you blank. You may not spend experience to acquire a deed until you fulfill that requirement, and you cannot choose a deed when creating your character. Do these also have requirements? No. Oh, you can give them names. Once you fill 4 boxes on your Bond's legacy track, you have chosen or established a community as your home. When you swear an iron vow, formidable or greater, in service to your home, reroll any dice. On a hit, mark On a hit, mark 1 tick on your Bond's legacy track. When you fulfill your vow and score a hit, also mark 2 ticks on your Bond's legacy track. Huh. Notable achievement and situations. These are a requirement. Once you fill 4 boxes on your Bond legacy track. That's a lot of freaking... These are requirements listed at the top of the card. You may not spend XP to acquire a deed until you fulfill the requirement. Oh, I see. You need to fulfill the requirement and then you can get a deed. Assets and the fiction. Assets offer both mechanical and narrative advantages. For example, if you have the healer path, you benefit from that asset's abilities as you make moves to treat others, diagnose illness, and study biological remains. It also provides justification to take actions other characters would not be capable of, such as advanced treatment techniques. But even if you aren't making moves, the healer path influences your character's interests, manner, and opportunities. In a perilous galaxy where technology has limitations and resources are scarce, how does this valued expertise affect the relationships and nature of your quest? How is it reflected in your personality and ambitions? Some assets will be influential and others in your character's concept, but all of them contribute to how you envision your approaches and the situations you encounter. Acquiring and upgrading assets. When you create your character in the next chapter, you will take your starship and choose 3 other assets. Then, as you successfully overcome challenges and mark progress on your legacy tracks, page 44, you earn XP. This experience is spent to purchase or upgrade assets through the advance move. Let me see the advance again. Advancing is spending XP. Got it. XP may be spent when you advance. Buying an asset costs 3 XP. If you are playing with others, you should avoid picking the same asset as another player. This will help give each character their own capabilities and flavor. Upgrade an asset. All assets include 3 abilities. The first will be filled in when you purchase the asset. Upgrading an asset to claim the second or third ability costs 2 XP each. When you spend XP to upgrade an asset, fill in the DAW on your asset to show you've acquired. You may use the second and third ability may be selected in any order. Oh, really? Okay, so you don't have to do like blah blah. Building a story through assets. You can advance to spend XP when it is earned, or save it for future use. Either way, you should look to the fiction to give context and justification for your new abilities and resources. Let your selection of assets flow naturally from your character's goals and the situations you encounter, or guide your story toward an asset you would like to purchase or upgrade. Assets can even serve as the focus of a new vow, giving you tangible objective or reward for undertaking a quest. Perhaps you gain a new snub fighter by completing a quest in the snub fighter by completing a quest in the service of a shipbuilder, or earn membership as a sanctioned trader in the Merchants Guild. Envision how your new abilities connect to the sworn quest and experiences gives them additional significance and context. It will be a reminder of the past taken and not taken, the challenges overcome, and the bonds formed. Oracles. Okay, so all in all, it's really like, play it through sword. The fiction around it. What would your character choose, What would your character do? Have a reason why. Like why would Glowcat suddenly, well, when you compel, Glowcat's reaction will help you. When you set a course for home, you may reroll action die. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Okay, how about this? When you check your gear, roll plus wits. Or plus supply. And take a momentum. Maybe like a reason why. Maybe like, I don't know. I don't know. Getting assets, I understand. Upgrade assets. In Starforged, an oracle is anything that generates random results to help determine the outcome of a move. The details of location. Outcome of a move, the details of locations or characters or narrative event. In solo or co-op games, oracles help answer questions, flesh out your setting, and introduce drama and surprises. In guided play, the guide can use oracles for their own inspiration and answers. Starforge includes various oracle tables to generate random results. Some moves include their own tables. There are also a large variety of random tables starting in Chapter 5. Wow. That can help provide inspiration for story events, reveal locations, generate characters and creatures, and guide the actions of others in your world. Whenever you are prompted to generate a result between 1 and 100, roll 1 and 100. Roll 2. How do you get 1? It don't land on 0. Alright. Maybe I'm just crazy. 1 and 100. Roll 2 d10s. This is an oracle roll. Using physical dice, there are 2 common methods of generating a 1 to 100 result. You can roll a set of d10s that include 10 digits on the faces of those dice. Yeah. Oh, 40 and 90. Okay. I always thought it was just a... Or you can use 2. Oh, a set of d10s. You can roll a set of d10s that include 10 digits. Or you can use 2 d10s of different colors. Decide before rolling which represents the 10th digit and which... Oh, I see. So like... I could do like this. That would be 52. I mean, that works. I kind of dig the color though. Nah, it's fine like this. Use just 2 of them and bing bang boom. 90. Oh. Oh, 69. Nice. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Roll dice. Either way, you might want to use the unique set of dice for oracle rolls. Shared by everyone at the table, these dice will divine your fate and reveal the mysteries of the galaxy, so it's worth giving them special treatment. Oracle tables and moves. Some moves may prompt you to roll an oracle table. Some moves may prompt you to roll on an oracle table, generating a result between 1 and 100. To help resolve the outcome of that move, for example, the Endure Stress table reveals your fate when you fail to resist a mental hardship. Will you carry on? Or will this crisis get the best of you? I see. So like... On a weak hit, if you're not shaken, you may lose 1 momentum. On a miss, it is worse than you thought. Suffer an additional -1 spirit or lose momentum -2. If your spirit is 0, you must also mark shaken or traumatized, or roll the table below. We roll the table below, and then it's like... $25. You give up. Forsake your vow. Wow. Damn. Just like that? Is that game over? What happens when your vow is gone? When you renounce your quest, betray your promise, or the goal is lost to you, clear the vow. Then envision the impact of this failure and choose one or more as an appropriate to the nature of your vow. Any allies who share this vow may also envision a cost. You are demoralized or dispirited. Endure stress. Oh, you gotta choose one or more. Reputation suffers. Envision how this failure marks you. Someone else takes advantage. Envision how an enemy gains power. Someone else pays the price. Envision how a person or being or community bears the cost of the failure. Connection loses faith. Test your relationship when you next interact. Ooh, I kind of like that. You were sworn to recover valuable cache of stolen supplies, but your quest has fallen out of reach. The thief's starship was surprisingly fragile, and the supplies were reduced to atoms in the ensuing explosion. Now you'll need to report the bad news to your benefactor, the powerful head of a trade guild. Managing multiple quests. Creating a quest outline. Protect Red Haven from the raiders. Find weapons for the farmers. Teach farmers how to fight. Prepare fortifications. Spy on the raiders to learn their plans. Repel. Defeat the raider leader. Profit? Okay. Oh, these are... Oh, hold up. We're going back. Go back. If a move tells you to roll or choose on Oracle table, you decide whether to pick the most interesting or appropriate result, or roll to see what happens. Otherwise, you have no choice. You must cast your fate to the stars and roll the Oracle dice. Unlike your action rolls, unless a specific table indicates otherwise, rolling a match on Oracle roll has no narrative or mechanical significance. Got it. Asking the Oracle. If you're playing solo or co-op, you can make the Ask the Oracle move shown below to help guide your next campaign and trigger ideas when you need to know what happens next. Its most basic function is to answer a yes or no question. Combined with its own instincts and creativity, this move and other random prompts can push your story in surprising and exciting directions. When you seek to resolve questions, discover details, reveal location, determine how to respond to trigger, you may draw a conclusion, decide the answer based on the most interesting and obvious result, spark an idea, use the Oracle table or other random prompt. Ask a yes or no question, decide the odds of a yes, and roll the table. Okay. Pick 2, envision the 2, rate 1 as likely, and roll on the table below to see if it's true. If not, it is the other. Odds. The answer is yes if you roll. On a match, envision an extreme result or twist. Decide the answer based on the most interesting and obvious result. Interesting. Ask a yes or no question to silence. Pick 2. Envision 2 options. I got. Small a small community on a tiny planet. I'm telling them that raiders are going to attack at any moment. That they're going to attack in the upcoming days, and we gotta freaking prepare now. Hey Oracle, What are the odds of the raiders attacking literally the next day? Likely. 75 or less. Oh, unlikely. 25 or less? Yeah. Like, what are the odds, you know? Oh! Oh, wait. Unlikely. The answer is yes if you roll 25 or less. Nah. Or something like that. I don't know. Imagine. Unlike other tables, a match is meaningful when asking on the... Unlike other tables, a match is meaningful when rolling on the Ask the Oracle Yes/No table. If you roll a match, envision the answer as an especially decisive yes or no, or give it a dramatic or interesting twist. If you're playing with a guide, they are the Oracle. When you have a question or see a prompt to ask the Oracle, that's your cue to look at your guide for the answer. The guide can decide the answer, yeah. They can even turn the question back to you or ask you to roll an Oracle table. But keep in mind that even when playing with a guide, Starforged is about shared storytelling. Offer suggestions, talk it out. The guide is the final arbiter of what happens next, but everyone at the table should participate in building the world and creating the narrative of your campaign. A universe of oracles. This rulebook includes an array of oracle tables. In Chapter 5, use these oracles to answer questions about your setting, drive, narrative, blah. What is the smuggler's name? Yeah. Other random generators. You can also use whatever oracles you prefer, including those drawn from another game, online generators, or visuals such as tarot cards, assembling ChatGPT. Creating your own oracles. Create your own. Trust your instincts. Random generators don't replace your own imagination and intuition. If it's interesting, dramatic, and pushes the story forward, make it happen. Too much reliance on random generators to answer questions about what happens next can kill the momentum of your game or make it feel disconnected and incoherent. Keep it moving. Ask a question. If an answer leaps to mind, go with it. If you're not sure, ask the Oracle, then play. If you're playing as a guide, use the Oracle to forge universe of table. Okay. Equipment. As noted earlier, your supply meter, page 48, is an abstract representation of your overall readiness. You are otherwise armed, armored, or equipped as appropriate to your vision of your character. Some assets can give specific equipment more relevant to your character. If you are a gearhead, you probably envision yourself as always having a toolkit at the ready. Combat-centric assets such as a gunner represent your expertise in particular weapon or fighting style. These tools reinforce your character's approach and skills. Other equipment provides narrative benefit. It enables you to make moves where that gear is important. Perhaps allows you to avoid the risky nature of a move altogether. You must make your way down a steep rock face on a barren desert planet. Without assistance, you'd make the face danger move to see what happens. If you had a rope, the climb is not particularly risky or uncertain. In that case, you can skip the move and just envision the result. Make a note of equipment at whatever level of detail you like, but don't fuss over it. During the character creation exercise, you'll receive your spacer kit, which includes fundamental gear of exploring a perilous galaxy. If you ever need to know if you have a specific helpful item, make the check your gear move. Oh, god damn it. Lost my page. Where were we? Equipment. Depicting technology in the Forge. By default, life in the Forge is a retro future. It is the future as viewed through a lens of what we imagined 2 or 3 decades ago, instead of what we can envision today. It is also a resource-scarce future, with much of your pupils' knowledge and resource lost following the cataclysm that drove you to the Forge. That said, the technology you bring to bear or resist is flexible to how you envision the nature of the setting. It is a typical gun, a blaster that fires plasma bursts, or an old-fashioned slug thrower. Are spacecraft sleek and powerful, or are they ungainly, fragile machines held together with fervent prayer? Your setting can suffer from class disparity, with advanced tech under the control of the wealthy and powerful, while everyone else is forced to make do with more primitive resources. Meanwhile, scavengers searching the ancient places of the Forge might unearth technologies of strange and terrible power. The truths you define for the Forge in the next chapter help frame the nature of equipment and tech in your campaign. Okay. I guess that makes sense. You either have a Star Wars world or you have like a Firefly. Or I guess Star Wars is also old Star Wars. Everything is like pretty clunky and stuff. But then like you look at prequel Star Wars, everything's very sleek. Command vehicle. Your command vehicle is your starship asset earned at character creation. It is an interstellar craft capable of faster than light travel. If you're playing with others, you and Ali. If you're playing solo, you can fly the ship as a lone spacer thanks to automation and centralized controls. The command vehicle. Wait, you have to wait. If you're playing with others, you and your allies shit. Okay, that meant like someone had to pilot it. The command vehicle has an integrity meter and can suffer from battered or cursed impacts. See page for a cutaway illustration of a typical starship. There is a typical starship. Your command vehicle, page 55, your starship asset. Earned at character creation. It is an interstellar craft capable of faster than light travel. If you're playing with others, you and your allies share. Yeah, we just read that. Oh my god. Support vehicles. Assets that represent secondary can be launched. Yeah. Incidental vehicles. An incidental vehicle is one you temporarily acquire through the course of your story. For example, if you need to journey across the surface of an ocean world, you might borrow a sea skimmer from a local settlement. Incidental vehicles have an integrity meter, but cannot be marked as battered. When you board an incidental vehicle, envision its nature and assign a max integrity as follows. Heavy, medium, light. If you or an ally aren't controlling a vehicle, you're just along for the ride. It's not an incidental vehicle and does not have an integrity meter. When you face off against vehicles or vehicle-sized foes, consider their relative scale and capabilities as you assign ranks to progress tracks and resolve moves. In some cases, direct attacks are useless. A snub fighter cannot harm a moon-sized station unless there is a weakness it can exploit. Because NPCs and their vehicles don't have mechanical detail, always frame the nature of the encounter and your actions as appropriate to the established fiction of the scene. Snub fighter going against freaking Death Star, very nice. Ornithor class multi-role starship. Crew and passenger quarters, vehicle bay with dock shuttle. Ladder to lower and upper decks. Cockpit. Sensor array, avionics bay, forward landing gear bay, airlock, med bay, research. The Ironsworn class starship, despite having gone out of production decades ago, is popular among independent spacers for its flexibility and durability. Most remaining Ornithors have been refitted and repurposed multiple times, so their configuration and internal spaces will vary. How often has this repeated? Alright. Alright, hold up. Listening to the FTL OST now. Can't go wrong with FTL. Where were we? So the configuration and internal spaces will vary. This example can accommodate a variety of roles, including cargo and passenger transport, exploration, and combat operations. Wow, whoa, gun turret, gunner seat, main reactor, Eidolon drive? Is that for like FTL? Power conduit, field stabilizer array, port side engine. Navigating the Forge. The depiction of interstellar travel in Starforged is tied to the gameplay of the exploration moves. These moves help frame your journeys and encourage exploration and discovery. Ignore the setting details described below and envision interstellar flight as you like. However, it works best if you use a similar approach with FTL undertaken in a series of individual segments. Think of your starship as a stone skipping across a vast galactic pond. Yeah, so like go like one sector at a time or something, right? One system at a time. Airline travel. Interstellar starships that travel the Forge, including your character's ship, are equipped with Eidolon drives, commonly referred to as E-drives. These devices harness the turbulent forces of the Forge to propel vessels along optimal paths at FTL speeds. Drifts and passages. Drifts are the network of Eidolon paths through the Forge. Spacers guide their starships along the gravitational currents, stellar winds, and fiery energies of the drifts like surfers on the crest of a wave. A plot course along drifts is called a passage. Important locations and cell areas are usually connected by passages. Oh, okay, I see. So, like, if a system filled with planets of just different communities, that should just be fine. There's no... But going from an unknown to another unknown, that's like risk and stuff waiting to happen. But this navigational data is a valuable resource, often greedily held by those in power. Others must trailblaze their own path. Beyond stellar regions, potential passages are usually uncharted and unexplored. Even when following a passage, it's not just a matter of flying from point A to point B. Piloting the drifts requires skilled navigation. Spacers must be on watch for navigational hazards and lurking foes. Worse yet, some say island travel weakens the fragile bonds of reality. Explorers tell stories of horrifying visions or visitations among the drifts. Spacers are superstitious folk and often employ wars and rituals to keep Eidolon ghosts at bay. Oh. Frickin' they be seeing things. The spirit be going down. An E-drive can stay powered for a few hours at most and requires several hours to re-energize. Thus, long voyages are made in a series of FTL transits. Each segment of the journey ends at a waypoint, what is called an anchorage. Since powerful gravity wells are an ideal navigational target, anchorages are often near a large object such as a star or planet. Each segment of the journey ends at a waypoint. Once emerging from the drifts at an anchorage, the ship slows while the E-drive is powered back up. You can sit back and enjoy the scenery during this layover, or go take a look at nearby locations. Oh, okay, from one drift to another. Anchorage. Large objects such as stars or a planet. Passage. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Seeing what's out there. When you pilot your starship on an interstellar journey through uncharted space, make the undertake an expedition move to see how you fare. Anchorages are a waypoint that helps you define progress on that journey. When you emerge from idle on travel at an anchorage, envision the moment as your starship decelerates to sublight speeds. The hull rattles, warning tones beep, and sensors display spring to life. Near objects. Undertake an expedition. A trailblazer route to perilous space, journey over hazardous terrain, or survey a mysterious site. Give the expedition a name and rank. Guiding your starship on an interstellar expedition, you find yourself in a vast nebula wrecked by energy storms. Ship is equipment, engine. You pilot your starship on an interstellar journey through uncharted space to make the undertake expedition. Yeah. When traveling the Forge, you can simply envision the beautiful but mundane sights you encounter. A sky filled with cold light of distant suns, clouds of stellar dust, barren planetoids drifting in their lonely orbits. If you want to give a segment of your travel additional focus, ask the Oracle and use the random prompts in Chapter 5. Starting with the space sightings table, you might find a fiery star looming in the cockpit windows. The space sightings table may prompt you to roll twice or 3 times for multiple objects. These objects are near your starship. If you want to travel to a near object or get in a better position to observe it, your starship's main engines will carry you there in a matter of minutes. If you find something worthy of further exploration, you can explore a waypoint, unusual locations such as a precursor vault or derelict might even warrant their own expedition. When you divert an expedition to examine a notable location. Far objects. If you want to look deeper into the depths of an anchorage, roll on the space sightings table again to see if there's anything interesting far from your starship. Envision yourself studying a scanner data and visual displays, peering through the Forge's stellar gases. This doesn't require a move unless you're under pressure. It's just a routine part of being a spacer. If you see something interesting at far range and want to check it out, it'll take a while. Sublight travel is ponderous. You're also diverting power from energizing the E-drive. So all the detour will cost about a day. For an explorer, this might be time well spent. For a spacer on an urgent mission, it's a needless distraction. Either way, unless you're dealing with something risky, this doesn't trigger a move. Point your ship in the right direction, envision the journey, and play to see what happens when you arrive. I see. So we would stop by an anchorage. It could just be any large object. Far objects. Out of range objects. Anything beyond far range is out of range. Wow. Objects at this distance are of no concern. They are too far away to cause you trouble. It would take too long to travel there using your main engines. Objects smaller and dimmer than a star, probably shrouded in the stellar muck and electromagnetic interference of the Forge anyway. Perhaps that's for the best. Some things are best left undiscovered. Near, far. It's near. That's out of range. The flow of play. Like most role-playing games, you play Starforged primarily from the perspective of your character. What are you doing? What are you trying to achieve? What opposition and challenges do you face? Your quests and the character situations you encounter will guide the fiction and the choices you make. When you have questions about what you find, how characters in your setting respond, or what happens next, you can go with what feels right. If you're playing solo or co-op, you're playing guide as a when you seek inspiration or want to put it in the hands of fate, make the ask the oracle move. Use the yes no questions and random oracle tables to generate interesting twists, complications, locations, and characters you might have not thought of on your own. Above all, it's interesting, dramatic, and fits the fiction. Make it happen. When you do something or encounter a situation covered by a move, refer to the move. If it tells you to roll dice, do it. Strong hit means you're in control, you're driving the narrative. Weak hit means situations slipping out of control, yeah. Miss means you've lost control, you might need to overcome new dangers facing increasing risks. What happens next? If you're playing with a guide, oh yeah. What's next? The basics of Starforged. In the next chapter, page 74, you'll define the nature of your setting, create your character, and launch your campaign. If you're playing with others, do those exercises together to forge your universe. Once you begin play, you can refer back to this chapter if you have questions. If you want to learn about a specific game term in a move, or check the glossary, page 38. 388. Wow, we made it. We can actually create our campaign. Launching your campaign. Alright. Yeah, let's do it. Let's launch our campaign. Here we go. Next time.